It's a very uninspiring day. We've got misty rain. It's supposed to have strong southerlies, so I think we will make use of the outgoing tide and head down to between NorthPort and Marsden Point. Dragging the anchor to get the mud off it. Certainly still rain around. Once again, it's just Chibbalone. I think you'll agree the weather is not champagne sailing at the moment.
Marsden Bay barge in the tug point breeze assisting. Give me another call at Snake Bay, standing by 11 and 6 for working channel, so thank you.
So that's the cement barge from Portland with the tug we saw this morning. They're at Wellington Rock, or Wellington's Rock, which is just this side of Limestone Island, and they have to report their movements to Whangarei Harbour radio, which we monitor on VHF channel 11. So we should see them passing us probably after we're anchored. Well, there's the difference, sailing beautifully, all rugged up in wet weather gear out in the cockpit. Up there going along, very nicely.
For the area from Bridgehead to Cape Colville. Southwest rising to 25 knots, gusting 35 knots, but 30 knots, gusting 40 knots out Colville Channel late this morning. Easing below advisory criteria early evening. Changing easterly 25 knots, gusting 35 knots about the channel late this evening. Strong wind advice.
Smells a bit like they're unloading palm kernel. Yep, big grab bucket going in. Oh, we're anchored at our usual place between NorthPort and Marsden Point wharves. Like a yawl. It's passed a long way back behind the rudder post, passing Passage Island. So we know she's bound for Auckland, which is, well, one would have suspected anyway. And there's a nice looking schooner passing the other way behind. Here's the mooring barge. Did our mooring last week, so grabs your mooring, keeps pulling until it's vertical, drops the spuds down, then winches the block up. We've got a 4-ton block. Checks it, replaces any chain. Ground chain's normally fine, but the lighter stuff heading up to the buoy needs replacing frequently. Welds all the shackles closed, and it drops it all back down again. Sends your bill when you paid it. It sends you the mooring inspection certificate, which you need for the regional council. All in all, works very, very well. This is the leading light into the main channel outside the harbour.
About the
here
major
comes the
issues
pilot
the
boat
US economy is facing.
Pay packets
We have our own
says the
tumbleweeds
data
here.
shows that the poorest
These are nautical
20%
ones.
of households are facing even higher.
push to windward to get up to the wharf. It's a big crane on a barge. There's things sticking up as spuds to hold it in place, and they're just dropping the pilot onto the tug. So they'll be joining up with this tug up here. It gets quite rolly here when there's a swell outside and the tide's coming in. The bank goes underwater so it doesn't slope down. It will move to the south side of NorthPort, which will be south west side of NorthPort, which will be more sheltered than the easterly tomorrow as well. Move to the less rolly west side of NorthPort. Well, it's turned into a lovely hot afternoon and evening with not a cloud in the sky, but still very windy as forecast. It's blowing a pretty consistent 20 knots here, and we're in shelter. It certainly has been rough out there watching a few boats go by when it was wind against tide. Should flatten off. Probably this afternoon head towards the Nook, which is in Parua Bay, which is over there. Snake Bank is between us and there. Well, not to break with tradition, jib alone. Wind has been gusting up to 20 to 25. Got some good sized gusts coming out of looks Clouds Bay from underneath Mount Mania, which is not surprising and common. I've certainly seen ferocious woolly walls here in an easterly storm. We're passing along the north side of Snake Bank, and then we'll be rounding into Parua Bay. Whangarei's that direction. Bit of a hazy day, although at least the sun's come out now. We can see another gust about to come. So there's the nook over there. Right, so we're anchored under Marsden Point, Parua Bay, which is the headland at the north end of the nook. Over here is the mooring field at Parua Bay and the pontoon and the Parua Bay club rooms of the Whangarei Cruising Club. That's Manganese Point, and over the hill, pretty much straight in front of us, is our house. Looks like a gazelle. Trail. That looks like a javelin. I used to race javelins back in the days before they had prods, just spinnakers. So if I was critical, not enough boom vang, close reaching, not actually close haul. Sloppy tacking. As far as the wind goes, we were frequently sailing in 25 to 35 knots in Dunedin with much bigger waves generated down the length of the harbour, but they're out sailing, that's the important thing. The wind has definitely eased off. It's become a very pleasant evening. A blue heron. It's looking up to the head of Parua Bay. Over the wee rise there's the Parua Bay School. The kids went